Secretary will the role of the President of the members.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Call the rule. The Honorable Ambat, Bandao, Kalinawan, Kumali, Limbawan, Magoya, Malatagon, Malalinding, Sumian, Taliedo. Madam Chair, there are 10 members present, 1 absent, and no members on official leave.
With 10 members present, 1 absent, and no member on official leave, the Chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I move to dispense the reading of the previous minutes and consider the same as approved, Madam Chair.
There is a motion from the Majority Leader to dispense the reading of the previous minute and consider the same as approved. Is there any objection or correction? There being none, the motion of the Majority Floor Leader to dispense the reading of the previous minute is, at this moment, approved. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I move to open the privilege hour and I believe the Honorable Malatagon wishes to deliver a personal and collective privilege. Madam Chair, I move to recognize Honorable Malatagon.
So the privilege hour is open. Honorable Malatagon is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to inform you about the communication letter from the RDC, Regional Director Council through the Economic Development Authority. During my recent visit to Manila, I addressed one of our concerns. On December 21, 2024, we submitted a resolution to the RDC via Economic Development Authority, requesting attention of the Department of Public Works and Highways regarding transportation issues. On December 4, our Secretary Nelson Santi notified the Regional Development Council about our submitted resolution. This letter was given to us on December 18, prompting me to reiterate our discussions that someone should follow up on the communication. It appears that without proactive follow-up, our concerns are not considered urgent. The expectation now is for the Office of the Mayor to endorse the matter, and subsequently, we need to submit the required documents to further our efforts. This is also a concern raised by the Majority Leader, Honorable Bandao, regarding the recent flooding in our municipality, especially in the far-flung area. Hence, I am emphasizing the urgency of the matter. Even though it may not proceed to the first reading, we can take action. Let's coordinate with the Mayor so that this issue receives attention from the RDC. Let's plan to attend the RDC meeting this week to address the DPWH directly if possible. That is all, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Malatagon. May I ask our Secretary if you receive a letter from the RDC?
Madam Chair, I am asking the Honorable Malatagon because I have not received the letter from the RDC, Madam Chair.
Madam Chairwoman, Honorable Kalinawan wanted to be recognized, Madam.
The Honorable Kalinawan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Since I'm a chairman of the Committee on Infrastructure, we already have a chairmanship to review this letter coming from RDC and requesting a letter from that RDC so that we can immediately take action and align our program.
So, you mean you want to schedule a meeting with the concerned department so that we can discuss that matter?
Yes, Madam Chair. We know we are new to this administration. We must understand what transpired to that letter before we can approve or proceed, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Kalinawan. May we request the proponent, Honorable Malatabon, what the pleasure of the proponent is?
Yes, Madam Chair. Yes, Madam Chair.
Honorable Malatabon is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable Kalinawan suggests that said matter be tackled at the committee level.
Yes, Madam Chair, because we are blind to the need for the resolution letter from the RDC, since I am new chairman of the infrastructure.
Yes, sir. Yes, Honorable Kalinawan, I am okay with that. However, I suggest we present to this to the executive department and the mayor first. It is essential to clarify again what will happen with our invitation and the requested resolution. I am unsure about the specific body responsible for this, so it might be prudent to clarify this immediately. After that, we can inform the executive department about the situation so everyone is informed. I am open to the scheduling committee meeting to discuss this matter. Then we can decide on the course of action based on the National Economic and Development Authority's latest preferences.
Yes, we can have a parallel, ma'am, so that we can refer this to the executive office, then we can meet to know how to solve the problem, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Malatabon and Honorable Kalinawan, the majority floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chairwoman, regarding the issue, can we request the Mayor's office to find out the resolutions we received from the RTC to make an official post in our LCD?
Okay, thank you, majority floor leader. I believe the presiding officer would like to suggest that perhaps after our session, we can visit our local chief executive to discuss this proposal. This way, in the next session, the local chief executive can send us a letter specifying the requirements needed by our Regional Development Council or RDC. We can address this now or during the first reading in the next session. Maybe the Honorable Malatabon suggestion is also good. While we endorse this agenda to the Mayor, at least here in Sangguniang Bayan, we can have a preliminary discussion. The majority floor leader.
Madam Chairwoman, Honorable Talero wishes to be recognized.
Honorable Talero is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Is it our Mayor indeed the Regional Development Council, member of Honorable Malatabon?
Yes, Honorable Talero.
So what is her involvement in?
No, because not all our mayors are involved in the RDC. Only a certain officers are tasked to participate if needed. So not all mayors are required to attend. Only the designated officers, 8 Honorable Talero.
Madam Chair, you mentioned communicating with the executive department. I would like the application to be formed as a resolution for official. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Talero. Majority leader.
Madam Chairwoman, I move to recognize Honorable Magoya.
Honorable Magoya is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Regarding this matter, I believe government procedures for addressing community problems might take considerable time if submitted directly to the Regional Department Council, a higher level organization in the regional bureaucracy. I have in mind first preparing the issue at the municipal level, outlining what happened, and then endorsing a copy for provincial governor and the congressman. In terms of government funding, it usually comes from the lower levels, rather than directly from the national government. Therefore, the concern should be addressed first at the next higher level, beyond the municipal government, which is the provincial government and the representative in the House of Representatives. Since funding is needed, NEDA may not be able to provide it. Ultimately, through our congressman, the House of Representatives typically provides the necessary financing for government initiatives.
Madam Chairwoman,
Yes, what is the pleasure of Honorable Malatabon?
I would like to reiterate and emphasize that the communication from the regional director is not updated as Renmar's director, Renmar M. Galvez, is no longer with the regional office. Nevertheless, it is stated that the RDC is requesting an official endorsement of the resolution from the Honorable Municipal Mayor, duly acknowledging that the proposal is consistent with and support the local development and land use plans. In other words, this is required by the RDC and NEDA. If we can provide the necessary endorsement, our resolution can continue progressing. Based on my experience, once the RDC approves it, they facilitate the process, such as with the Tight Embankment project. We submitted a resolution and the RDC facilitated it to the DPWH regional office until we receive the approval and budget allocation. Our role at the regional level is to submit this resolution. Our SB secretary submitted a resolution without the mayor's signature. It seems like the resolution was written as if it passed through the office of the mayor, but it wasn't consistent. This communication emphasizes that it should be consistent, supporting the local development plan and land use plans, and the required communication from the mayor. Our chairperson suggested that we present this to the mayor. If possible, we should discuss this with the mayor, acknowledging there may have been a misunderstanding. This occasion is an infraction because the resolution did not have the mayor's approval or signature. It went directly to the Regional Development Council. This needs correction, and the mayor needs to be informed. We need to discuss this with the mayor to clarify the situation. Whatever the mayor suggests, the RDC should know our current status if we need to create another resolution. This matter requires attention, and we should engage in a conversation with the mayor so that she is aware that we have sent this resolution to the RDC, and currently it lacks her approval or signature.
Was the local chief executive, Madam Secretary, who signed the resolution?
Madam Chair, the local chief executive did not sign the resolution because it originated from the Assembly of Bayan. The RDC requests confirmation from the local chief executive that it aligns with our local development plan. It is not necessary for every resolution to go through the mayor. The resolution approved by the mayor was returned to the Sangguniang for correction. Therefore, the LCE will not sign it except for the appropriation ordinances, the EIPs, the adoption of EIPs, and other specific ordinances.
Okay, to clarify, Honorable Malatabon, for resolutions, there is no need for the local chief executive to sign them because these resolutions originate from us. Based on the RDC's reply, they didn't explicitly state that we need an official endorsement from the mayor for our proposal or resolution, confirming that it aligns with the programs and priorities of our local government. I believe the proponent and the chairman of the Committee on Infrastructure could perhaps spare the discussion with the mayor. We can inform her that we have submitted this resolution to the RDC and they have replied, indicating they are awaiting the mayor's endorsement for implementation. I think there is no need to pass another resolution for this purpose. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Majority Leader.
Magoya wanted to be recognized, Madam Chair.
Honorable Magoya is recognized.
Madam Chair, I'd like to ask the proponent if this concern or matter is included in the annual investment plan of the municipality. The Sangguniang Bayan approves the annual investment plan and the municipal mayor. If it is already included in the AIP, we represent the same in support of the resolution, including the imaginal letter of the mayor, including the resolution, does not necessarily mean passing another resolution of the matter.
Yes, that's correct, Honorable Montoya. In the artist's reply, it is evident that we only need an official endorsement. There is no need for us to pass another resolution. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Malatabon wanted to be recognized, Madam Chair.
Honorable Malatabon is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. May I respond to Honorable Montoya's concern? If it is included in the annual investment program, yes, it is included in the AIP, but an external source does not entirely fund it. So, responding to this concern, at the executive level, it is here since it is part of the AIP for 2023.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Malatabon. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I attended the ELA in Manila, which pertains to economic development. I want to share what was discussed in our sector. The function of the commercial area in the municipality of Balagba, which we aim to grow and expand. We will create, Madam Chair, more business opportunities for our town. We already have malls that are set to be established here. These are significant investors that can boost our economy. The issue we're facing in Balagba, Madam Chair, is that the space limitation due to the mountainous geographical landscape. It hinders the expansion of the commercial areas. And the challenge is finding available land, because if we expand in Balagba, it's already congested. That's why, Madam Chair, it's crucial to address the expansion issues. This was discussed in the ELA, Madam Chair, in Manila as part of the executive and legislative agenda and our town's progress. We need to be expanded to create a commercial area because Balagba itself, when developed, can be a significant retail area, Madam Chair. This is a long-term plan, but it is essential to include it in the CBD plans. I also want to bring up our menu officers' concerns about the climate change. Madam Chair, we can immediately elevate the road and construct canals in the strategic areas, even if it's only half of it, because this is where flooding usually occurs. This will provide a quick solution to prevent flooding in the place, Madam Chair. It should be a priority, and there should be a long-term plan to build houses along the river. However, Madam Chair, if we can include this in the CBD plans, it can be developed as part of the building zone, and we can declare it as a tourism site. We need to include this in our municipal development to globally brand and make Balagba competitive. This will be recognized in our region and the entire Philippines. That's all, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Majority Floor Leader.
Perhaps, Madam Chair, I request that we don't extensively debate this since you were supposed to be present during my reporting. We cannot do much now since the ELA already included this discussion, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Majority Leader. The Chair would like to recognize the Majority Leader for actively participating in our ELA. The programs and projects mentioned during the ELA will likely be incorporated into our plans. So the goal of the executive and legislative agenda is to align the legislative body's aspiration with those of our executive department, ensuring that we move in the same direction. Majority Leader, thank you once again for your active participation in our ELA. And rest assured that our municipal council, as part of the improvement of our municipality, will collaborate and work together. Thank you so much. Majority Floor Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Kalinawan wanted to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Kalinawan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for the opening statement of Majority Leader. However, I would like to inquire our current agenda, let's focus on the topic we're currently discussing. Because our discussion has veered off track, and ad hoc discussion are usually reserved for the privileged hour. In our future meetings, let's concentrate on the agenda to cover our topics for the education, demand.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Kalinawan, for your observation. The presiding officer would like to inform the body that we are still in the privilege hour. So, if anyone wants to express concern or discuss matters outside our agenda, this is the appropriate time to address the August body. If there are any privileged speeches, this is the perfect time to use them, perhaps during the proper agenda. That's all. Majority Leader.
Chair, Honorable Magoya wanted to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Magoya, is that a privileged speech? Do you want to avail of the privilege hour?
This is just a reminder.
Okay, Honorable Magoya is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. According to Honorable Wendell's privilege speech, can be addressed by amending the municipal zoning ordinance. This is the most effective way to tackle the multi-state problems. The municipality highlights that require environmental solutions. If the municipal ordinance has not been amended, it is the high time to address the municipality's land use. Business or buildings should comply with the municipal land use plan without adherence to it. Investors may misinterpret the municipality's land use plan. I would suggest that initiatives on this matter be fully addressed so that all the concerns verbalized by Honorable Candao can be incorporated into the newly amended plan. For instance, making the Caroline a new site for development is a strategic move, despite its classification as agricultural land. Establishing housing in that area represents an amendment to the municipality's former land. Including these updates in our AIP will enable us to move forward, providing solutions to the current challenges faced by our municipality.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Magoya. Our Madam Secretary noted your manifestation. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Kalinawan wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Kalinawan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also align myself with the statement of Honorable Magoya. In planning the executive and legislative agenda within our teams of a councilor, I propose creating the ordinance and creating a master plan. And this was included in our team discussion and will most likely be led by Engineer Wong. I'm preparing an ordinance to upgrade the existing one and incorporate to the master plan, outlining the long-term vision of our Balagbag. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kalinawan. Perhaps it is time this August body to revisit our laws in our municipality, particularly the zoning ordinance and our approved comprehensive land use plan. Maybe in the past years, we assumed the effects of climate change, but we never expected the impacts to be as direct as they are now. If I'm not mistaken, Barangay Tacorong and some of our coastal barangays consider the proximity to the sea, and we identified low areas prone to storm surges or similar events. Due to the increasing impact of climate change, with the world warming and perhaps faster melting of ice in the North and South Poles, this is the effect of climate change that, as legislators, we need to consider as we may experience this impact. Even if we cannot fully address and mitigate the significant effects of climate change, we can still work on ordinances and resolutions. And in general, as part of this legislative body, we can see the policies enacted through ordinances and resolutions to address various issues in our municipality, especially for a problem like this. It requires proper and urgent attention. Thank you for your concern, members of this august body. The majority leader.
Madam Chair, in the last privilege hour, a recurring problem persists: the lack of a municipal information and communication of office. When we visited Valenzuela, we observed that they have a fully centralized office for the entire city. Even if they established annex halls, the main office is centralized, allowing them to communicate easily with various main office is centralized. Communicate easily with various departments and barangays. However, our municipality lacks the centralized NICO, which serves as However, the municipality lacks the centralized NICO, which serves as a control center and is crucial for harnessing technology. Our website, Madam Chair, is not enhanced, and different sectors, such as the central, industrial, and annex sectors, lack of official websites. Madam Chair, this situation calls for an urgent need to have an official website for our municipality. Madam Chair, to achieve this, it is essential to establish an office, purchase equipment, and plan the integration of various government units. I suggest, Madam Chair, prioritizing the creation of the MICO and the tourism office, as they are crucial. A MICO would centralize and facilitate multiple functions, such as job hiring, promoting tourist destinations, and hosting municipal projects, and also resolutions and population data. Creating an office to manage the website will serve as the control center for our municipality. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Majority Leader. Any other privileged speech? Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Aritanio wishes to be recognized.
Honorable Aritanio is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to read my privileged speech. I raise before you today to express my deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to Vice Mayor Bautista de Mama for extending the warm and generous gesture of allowing us to utilize the Badagbag Sangguniang Session Hall for our parliamentary session, which was a crucial component of our examination process. In a spirit of cooperation and unity, Vice Mayor Bautista de Mama graciously opened the doors for this system section hall to accommodate our parliamentary proceedings. So this gracious act not only facilitated the smooth execution of our exam, but also underscored the collaborative spirit that exists among our public servants. So the significance of this gesture goes beyond the physical space. It reflects a commitment to the principles of democratic governance and a shared dedication to the betterment of our community. By providing us access to this hallowed hall, Vice Mayor Bautista de Mama has not only supported our academic pursuits, but has also contributed to the development of future leaders who will, in turn, serve our community with diligence and integrity. I would also like to acknowledge the operation and support extended by the staff and personnel who ensured the seamless functioning of the session hall during our parliamentary session. Their professionalism and dedication did not go unnoticed. I'm here truly grateful for their efforts. As we reflect upon this experience, let us be reminded of the importance of collaboration and unity in our shared vision to serve the public. Through such act of kindness and support, we strengthen the bonds that tie us together as public servants and contribute to the greater good of our community. Once again, thank you, Vice Mayor Bautista de Mama, for your generosity, and may this collaboration symbolize the harmonious relationship between academic endeavors and the practical aspect of governance. Together, we can build a brighter and more prosperous future for the people we are honored to serve. I move, Madam Chair, that this august body will hand over a certificate of appreciation and a token of gratitude to the Honorable Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Aritanio. Any interpretation, Majority Leader?
Madam Chair, Honorable Manalingding wishes to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Manalingding is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I stand here today in support of the privileged speech of our colleague to express thanks for the unwavering support and wholehearted endorsement of the sentiments expressed in gratitude towards Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama for graciously allowing the use of the Lapag Sangguniang Session Hall during our parliamentary session. The Assembly's coordination and cooperation is leaded by Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama and the delegated staff during our parliamentary session. Underscore their commitment focused on leading the growth and the development of future leaders. Their support contributes the success of academic endeavors and highlights the significance of bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and real-world application. As we celebrate this collaborative effort, let us recognize the importance of unity and cooperation in achieving our collective goals. By working together, we can build a stronger foundation for a future where education and governance intertwine to create a community that thrives on knowledge, understanding, and effective leadership. I echo the sentiments expressed in gratitude and sincerely thank Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama for this invaluable support. May this collaboration serve as a shining example of positive outcomes that result from the harmonious integration of academic pursuits and practical governance. Therefore, Madam Chair, I second the motion to the motion of Honorable Aritanio that this August body will hand over a certificate of appreciation and a token of gratitude to the Honorable Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama. Thank you.
Any more additions? There is a motion by Honorable Aritanio and to be seconded by Honorable Manalingding that this August body will hand over a certificate of appreciation and a token of gratitude to the Honorable Vice Mayor Bautista Dumama. Is there any objection? So hearing none, the motion of Honorable Aritanio is approved. Majority Leader.
Honorable Taliedo wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Taliedo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To accommodate our visitors from PPDO, I'm moving to suspend the rules.
Okay, there is a motion of Honorable Taliedo to suspend the rules so that we can accommodate our visitors. As many are in favor in the motion, please raise your hands. Motion is carried. The session is suspended. This chamber is honored to have with us today the following municipal officials and division officials. Ms. Claire Kumali, NPDO. Ms. Rose B. Bulado, Municipal Treasurer. Ms. Fernaldine Bingolon, Municipal Assessor. Ms. Manny Nambak, Manila District Supervisor. Honorable Ana Bersali, the appointed Municipal Administrator, and Mr. David John Limbawan, Manila Teacher Representative. Welcome, Majority Leader. So, the Majority Leader.
I am moving to resume the rules as we continue to our business. I will move, Madam Chair.
The session is now in order. Majority Leader, please proceed to the first reading and referral. She directed the Majority Leader to read the list.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First item. Under the first reading, the resolution concurring the appointment of Honorable Ana Bersali as a municipal administrator, referred to the Committee on Ways, Means, and Human Resources.
Majority Leader, are there any certified urgent requests?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay, may we proceed to the first reading? Anyone who wishes to ask? The first item, resolution concurring the appointment of Honorable Ana Bersali as municipal municipal administrator. So is there any motion to the resolution regarding the appointment of Honorable Sally as a municipal administrator?
I move the said motion to the resolution concurring the appointment of Honorable Anniversary as a municipal administrator.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
There is a motion. Okay, there is a motion by Honorable Magoya and duly seconded by Honorable Kalinawan. Any suggestion or clarification? Okay, hearing none, the motion is concurred. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, we will proceed with the next item on our agenda, the committee report.
Directed the majority leader to read in plenary.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first item under the committee report is the review of barangay budget and annual investment plan for CY 2024 of the following barangays: the Barangay Tikbalang, Barangay Tacorong, Barangay Wakwak, Barangay Kamatay, and Barangay Kanto, and also Barangay Barbara. May we ask the pleasure of the Chair Committee on Finance, the Honorable Aretano?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Since it was 7 months ago when the barangay is expected to submit your AIP and barangay budget for calendar year 2022 for review, perhaps, based on specific rules, we can consider this as approved, Madam Chair.
To conduct a committee hearing as part of the budget preparation process for the barangays, we have invited department heads to review their respective budget. Ma'am, from my perspective, if there are processes in the past council that were not followed, perhaps it is our time to take action on what is right and rectify what needs correction. If there are any suggestions from us, let's propose them so that any mistake can be addressed promptly and prevented from occurring. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Sumiag wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Sumiag is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We discussed this in San Francisco City. That's the situation, Madam Chair. Ma'am Arinyaba was also present at the time and she was our speaker. So there has been progress in addressing the issues related to preparing this budget because we no longer want it to be revisited due to the identified political concerns.
Thank you, Honorable Sumiag.
I will reiterate, Madam Chair, to the barangay captains that our submission has the data.
Thank you, Honorable Sumiag. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Honorable Magoya wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Magoya is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I understand your concern. According to the local government code, the barangay budget's review is indeed the Sangguniang Bayan's responsibility. The barangay should enact the barangay budget, and the submission for review should be directed to Sangguniang Bayan. No provision indicates that the barangay budget should pass through other departments. Furthermore, it is crucial to emphasize the importance of timely submission. According to the local government code, the mayor, governor, or barangay captain must submit the proposed budget by October 16 each year. Deliberations should commence within this year. And if no budget is approved for barangay or municipality, it will automatically be reenacted. If the budget is submitted after December 21, it will be considered reenacted. Communicating this information clearly to all concerned parties to ensure compliance with the established procedures and timelines might be helpful.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Magoya.
Madam Chair, previously, there was no coding and identifying priority programs and activities. So, the current situation regarding the introduction of coding is new and has caused uncertainty.
May we give the floor to our Madam Secretary.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think the issue arises because the barangay is preparing the budget simultaneously with the annual investment program, which is not the correct procedure. The EAP should be prepared beforehand, not concurrently with the budget. The Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator is responsible for reviewing the EAP and should not be reviewed alongside the budget. This may be the reason for the confusion, Madam Chair, as they are being processed together when they should be handled separately.
Perhaps it would be advisable to clarify to our barangay captains that the proper process begins with the annual investment plan first, Madam Secretary.
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I am requesting the Budget and Local Finance Committee to organize an orientation on budget preparation. I suggest inviting a representative from Sangguniang, preferably from the Sangguniang Bayan Secretary, to represent the Sangguniang Bayan as they are more knowledgeable about the preparation process, including the ordinances and memos. This will shed light on the procedures related to the ordinances and budget matters. As you point out, the EAP should precede the budget and not be processed simultaneously. And also, it is a crucial point that needs to be communicated clearly, and guidance from the Sangguniang representative can help understand the correct sequence. So, in this way, we can avoid the unnecessary back and forth that has occurred in the past and ensure that the EAP is prioritized before the budget. That's all, Madam Chair.
Yes, you're welcome. Under equalization, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need further clarifications. Best of luck with your ABC meeting and make it lead to a more streamlined and effective budget preparation process. Thank you for addressing these critical matters and consistently following proper procedures. That's all, Madam Chair.
I'm glad you discussed and clarified the reasons for project delays during your conversation. Thank you for sharing this information with the Sangguniang Bayan. Feel free to reach out if you have any more discussion or need further assistance. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Manatabon wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Manatabon is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Regarding the 6 barangays, I would like to suggest that they be given an opportunity for review, especially Barangay Taporo, which has not been presented for many years. It might be worth considering that they perceive the card system as an hindrance. Therefore, if possible, I suggest scheduling a special session for them. However, if we finish reviewing the barangays this afternoon, I propose scheduling the review for the 6 barangays next Monday afternoon.
Okay, duly noted by the SP Secretary, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Go to the item number 2, an ordinance creating the Office of the Internal Audit or Services, refer to the Committee on Ways and Means and Committee on Finance, Madam Chair. May we ask to give the floor to the proponent of this measure to Honorable Manatabon.
Thank you, Honorable Gandao. This is still at the request of the local chief executive, and the draft has already been sent to the different SB members. So I suggest a committee meeting be held this afternoon after the regular session. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Manatabon, Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, the third item. Hello. The third item on the list, Madam Chair, the request for reconsideration of the proposed ordinance establishing a municipal nutrition office in the local government unit of Balagbag. Refer to the Committee on Legal Matters, Committee on Finance, and Committee on Health. And of course, I would like to give the floor to the proponent of this matter.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The same thing with the proposed ordinance, I think it's needed, and this has been distributed to the different SB members. I move that a committee meeting or committee hearing be done this afternoon after the regular session or after the meeting for the Office of International Audit Services, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Malatabon. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Kalinawan wanted to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Kalinawan is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we have a committee meeting this afternoon regarding the road plan, which I think conflict with the suggestion of Honorable Malatabon.
Yes, that's correct, Honorable Kalinawan. If the review of the barangays today is completed, the suggestion is to schedule the review for the 6 barangay next week. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Malatabon. Madam Chair, the next item on the committee report is the review of Barangay Ordinance number 001-2023, Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Tacolong, referred to the Committee on Finance and Committee on Barangay Affairs. The said item, Madam Chair, is still at the committee level. The Chair of the Committee on Finance requested that the Barangay Council or any representative from the barangay appear at this office on Monday after the regular session for a committee hearing. Thank you, Madam Chair. And also, Madam Chair, on the next item, under the number 5, a resolution approving the reprogramming of 500,000 pesos from tax mapping under the 20% development fund of the CY 2023 and another 500,000 pesos from the unappropriated balances to community-based monitoring system. Madam Chair, the implementation referred to the Committee on Finance. I want to request Madam Chair for any motion from the Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance for this purpose.
Thank you, Majority Leader. This morning, a thorough deliberation was done in the presence of several resource persons since this is a financial character. However, it is a resolution. It should be created as an ordinance. Hence, I move this resolution approving the reprogramming of 500,000 pesos from tax mapping under the 20% development fund the year 2022. Another 500,000 pesos monitoring system implementation be moved for a second reading, Madam Chair. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Malatabon. Madam Chair, Honorable Magoya wanted to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Magoya is recognized.
Madam Chair, I would like to correct.
Okay, before the Chair approves, we will ask first Honorable Magoya.
Looking now at what transpired this morning, together with the department heads, it should be charged to the prior year's budget under the 20% development projects. So 2022 and 2023, because of the program balance of 600,000, the 500,000 will be utilized or defocused instead, and the remaining 100,000 be programmed to the tax mapping for the current year.
So, may we request Honorable Magoya to rephrase the content of the proposed measure?
The resolution should be ordered this way. A resolution budget of the 20% of the development program of the previous year, 2022 and 2023, with the balance budget of 600,000. The 500,000 will be used on the other focus projects on the coming year 2025. And the remaining 100,000 focus on the tax mapping of the Bureau of Internal Revenue this current year. Whereas, the balance budget of the 20% of the development project will be secured for the upcoming project of the province on year 2025. Whereas, the 500,000 of the balance budget will be focused on other projects of the province. Whereas, the remaining 100,000 will be
can I say something? Instead for a resolution, it can be a supplemental appropriation.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. So, supplemental appropriation allocating 500,000 from the appropriated balance of the 20% development fund of calendar year 2022 and 2023 for the CBMS and the remaining 100,000 balance from the prior year's appropriated balance of the 600,000 we appropriated instead to the tax mapping of the current year.
Honorable Lagoya, Ms. Mural said reupdating the 100,000 program is unnecessary because it is intended for tax mapping.
Yes, Madam Secretary, the budget will remain and there is no need to reallocate.
Yes, no need, Honorable Lagoya.
Can I request Honorable Magoya to proceed with the approval for a second reading?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the said motion ordinance be approved.
Okay, there is a motion by Honorable Magoya, duly seconded by Honorable Suiha. Any questions or clarifications? Hearing none. So the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, the item number 6 and streets at Balagbag Public Market and Transport Terminal Area referred to the Committee on Laws and Legal Matters, Madam Chair.
Remain in the committee for a public hearing, Your Honor.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The next item, the number 7, a comprehensive municipal organic ordinance institutionalizing, promoting, conserving, developing, and protecting natural resources, referred to the Committee on Agriculture, Madam Chair.
Still, Your Honor, on the committee and call for a public hearing, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The item number 8, a resolution requesting the Department of Education of the AS Division to convert the Balang Elementary School in Balang, Balagbag, AS to the Balang Integrated School, referred to the Committee on Education, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, also Honorable Manalinding and Honorable Aritano wanted to be recognized.
Honorable Manalinding is recognized.
Thank you, Madam. Point of entry, Madam Chair. I am confused about this matter. I want to request the ruling of the Chair for this item.
Okay, before we proceed, I would like to ask any member of this esteemed body. We are still in the committee report, and I suggest that the said item be first approved at the committee level for the second reading. Later on, we can move to the second reading. Honorable Aritano is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Considering the urgency of the initiative, as we already learned from the resource person with the district supervisor of Balagbag, I move that the motion of Honorable Maguya push through and be instead be a joint motion of the August body.
Okay, Honorable Taryado is recognized.
Madam Chair, shall we base our mediation on those questions? So the committee chair indication was submitted a committee report first. It is usually started to offer one.
As a presiding officer, there is no need to submit a committee report, mainly since the visitor has already attended our session with this esteemed body, and the questions were already received by Manilin Ambat, who is the district supervisor in charge of Barangay Tikbalang Elementary School in Balagbag.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, Honorable Aritano wishes to be recognized.
Honorable Aritano is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Madam Chair, for item number 8, I move for the resurrection of my previous motion last session, including the August body for his approval, Madam Chair.
It's a joint motion, Madam Chair.
Okay, there is a joint motion approving the resolution requesting the Department of Education, Taas Division or DepEd, to convert Tikbalang Elementary School and Barangay Tikbalang to Tikbalang Integrated School, duly seconded by all members of this August body. Therefore, said item is approved.
Thank you, everyone.
Majority Leader, next item.
Okay, Madam Chair. The item number 9, the review of barangay ordinance providing for a revenue code of Barangay Kamatay, Balabag, Taas, referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. The said items will remain in the committee level. Also, Madam Chair, we would like to request a representative from this barangay to appear at this office on the following Monday after the session for a committee meeting. Thank you. Okay, Madam Chair, the next item is the resolution authorizing the municipal mayor to sign a memorandum of agreement with the provincial government of Taas for the implementation of community-based monitoring system, referred to the Committee on Finance and Committee on Ways and Means. Anyone who wishes to comment on this, the item will remain at the committee level because the MOA is unavailable, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, let's proceed to the unfinished business.
The Majority Leader is directed to read the unfinished business in plenary.
Okay, the first item, request of the MPDC to the local Sangguniang review to the local public transport group plan 2023 to 2024 of the municipality of Balagba. Does anyone wishes to comment? Madam Chairwoman, Honorable Aretano to be recognized.
Okay, Honorable Aretano is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair, but we have a schedule for a committee hearing this afternoon, Madam Chair.
The item is still in the committee level. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The item number 2, the resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, honorable or mayor Black to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Anti-Rate Theft Authority or ARTA, represented herein by its Director General, Secretary Dennis S. Agbixal. Anyone from the members? As the members agreed with our visitors' presence earlier, said item will remain at the committee level. Okay, Madam Chair, can we refer to the Information Committee?
That's a good suggestion, Majority Leader. In our next regular session, I suggest that said item remain at the committee level and be referred to the appropriate committee. The Committee on Communication and Information. Thank you, Majority Leader. Business for the day, second reading. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first item is the resolution that has been reiterated by Honorable Sumia regarding the CBMS. May we request our Madam Secretary to read the title for proper disposal of the measure.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Resolution number 0011, a resolution budget for of the 20% of the development project of the previous year, 2022 and 2023, with a balance budget of 600,000. The 500,000 will be used on the balance of the sorry for inconvenience, Madam Chair. The 500,000 will be used on the other focus project of the coming year 2025, and the remaining 100,000 focus on the tax mapping of the Bureau of Internal Revenue this current year. That's all.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We are still in the second reading. Therefore, said item is subject to questions, deliberations, and objections. Said item is now ready for deliberation. Anyone want to ask question? Just raise your hand. So, having none, I would like to ask someone to approve the said measure. Honorable Aretano is recognized.
approve this CPMS ordinance.
So there is a motion of Honorable Aritanio to approve such measure, an appropriation ordinance duly seconded by Honorable Manalinti. Is there any question or objection? Hearing none, said motion or approval of the